think the scariest thing that we're not paying as much attention to as we should is probably what's going on in the oceans. When I wrote The End of Nature 25 years ago, which was the first book about the carbon crisis, it did not even occur to us to look at the oceans and think about it. They're our metaphor for vastness. It did not occur to people that you could change their chemistry, but it turns out you can. The oceans have absorbed enough carbon from the atmosphere that their pH is different. If you stick a pH strip in the ocean, it comes out a different color than it would have 40 years ago. And it's about 30% more acid. That's a huge change, and it's already begun to wreak havoc on the small creatures who need to form shells. The calcium chemistry of the ocean gets bollocksed when you make it more acid. And I mean, there was just a big meeting last week of all the ocean researchers, and the dispatch I read from it said most of these papers being presented here read like the scripts for horror movies. Even if there were no other effects of climate change, there weren't drought and flood and melt and whatever else, the sheer fact that we're wrecking the 3/4 of the planet that's covered with salt water by pouring carbon into the atmosphere would be more than enough reason to get off fossil fuel right away.